and it has already crossed the 75 crore mark. Next up, I'm going to talk about the Bollywood. Next up, I'm going to talk about the. Hey, bye with this. Next up, I'm going to talk about is the Hollywood movies. Unprecedented appreciation all over. Next movie in Live, sorry, editor, sorry. Keep watching. The movies that are releasing this week, the major movie, the major news. Welcome once again to Box Office Returns this week, and today we are going to start off with Bollywood. Gold has already crossed the 100 crore mark finally, and the next movie that is in line is Satyameva Jayate, which has already crossed the 85 crore net collection in India alone. What about the new releases last week? There are two releases. Genius was a utter flop. It just crashed without any trace. And the next movie is Happy Fir Bhaag Jayegi, and that movie has somehow, it seems that it is going to be in the average crosser. It has already crossed the 14 crore net collection in India alone, and it seems to be heading towards a safe zone. Next I'm going to talk about is Andhra box office collection, Andhra and Telangana. And the movie that is running to packed houses once again is Geetha Govindam. It is just running away with all the records for a low budget movie. It has already crossed the 85 crore mark net collection in India alone, and most probably in the gross collection it has crossed the 100 crore mark. Goodachari 2 is running in few theaters and it is bringing in the crowd, and that movie's collection is nearing the 30 crore mark net collection in India, and the worldwide box office it is nearing the 40 crore mark. Next up I'm going to talk about the Tamil Nadu box office collection, and Kolamavu Kokila 9th starrer has already crossed the 25 crore mark in net collection in Tamil Nadu alone. Pyaar, Prema, Kaadhal is nearing the 20 crore mark. That's a good sign for both the movies. The 9th starrer looks good to cross the 40 crore mark in Tamil Nadu, which is a great number. Next up, I'm going to talk about the Hollywood box office. And in US box office, the one which is ruling the roost is Crazy Rich Asians, which has already crossed the $75 million mark in 2 weekends. And not just that, the second weekend's difference from the first weekend is a mere 5%, which is one of the smallest drops ever in Hollywood's history. So it looks good to cross the $150 million mark. Next movie that I'm going to talk about is Meg. Jason Statham movie is still running to packed houses, and in US box office it is still continuing to be in the second position. This movie has already crossed the $100 million mark in US alone, and in the worldwide box office it has crossed the $400 million mark. Great number, and it is looking good to cross the $500 million mark, which no one expected. Next up, I'm going to talk about Mission Impossible Fallout. The Mission Impossible Fallout is growing quite well in US box office, and it has already crossed the $194 million mark in US alone. And in the worldwide box office, it crossed the $500 million mark and is right now in the $530 million range. The next movie that I'm going to talk about is Ant-Man and the Wasp. I haven't talked about that last week. Why am I talking about it today? It's because it released in China and it has taken Chinese box office by storm. It has already crossed the $94 million mark in just 4 or 5 days. Awesome numbers, which has catapulted its total above $550 million mark. Unbelievable. And it looks good to cross the $150–200 million mark range in China, which is again a great number for the Marvel film. And that's a wrap for this week at the box office. The release news the major release news that I'm going to share with you is the release of Sultan and Mission Impossible Fallout in China this weekend. That's gonna change a lot in the box office, worldwide box office all over the world, and we can also see how Sultan is appreciated in China. That's gonna be a good watch. And apart from that, have I missed out any movie? If so, let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to Simbly Chumma. And apart from that, a lot of people had asked for Karnataka box office that we will be adding in the coming weeks. Thank you so much.